News 24 Television, your premier source for timely update. I am Praise ADELEKE, bringing you the latest development. And let's take the headlines, shall we? INEC fixes February 20, 2027 for presidential election. Atiku slams partisan ICPC over failed attempt to arrest El-Rufai. NSCDC deploys 4,000 personnel for FCT area council poll. We begin in Nigeria, where the Independent National Electoral Commission has announced that Nigeria's next presidential and National Assembly election will take place on February 20, 2027, while governorship and state House of Assembly elections are scheduled for March 6, 2027. INEC Chairman Josh Amukwiton made the announcement at a press briefing in Abuja, saying the early release of the timetable is in line with the law and gives political parties, stakeholders, and voters enough time to prepare. He explained that the Commission has already shared the full election schedule with political parties and published it online, adding that INEC is committed to conducting transparent and credible elections across the country. And now the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps says it has deployed 4,000 officers across Abuja to provide security for the upcoming FCT Area Council election. FCT Commandant Olushola Odumosu announced this during a meeting with delegates from the National Peace Committee. He said the officers will operate before, during, and after the election to prevent violence, harassment, and intimidation of voters. According to him, the personnel have been trained by the Independent National Electoral Commission on election duties and will work with either other security agencies to ensure a peaceful and smooth voting process. He urged residents to come out and vote without fear. And now talking about insecurity, the Security and Civil Defense Development Directorate has called on the National Security Advisor to review Nigeria's national security strategy, emphasizing the need for collaboration and multilateral approaches to tackle growing insecurity across the country. Now, official says insecurity, once confined to specific regions, has now become rampant nationwide, requiring coordinated action from all stakeholders. We bring you more on this report. Welcome back. We'll go on a quick break now. When we return, we'll tell you more details. Please stay with us. Welcome back. And now talking about insecurity, the Security and Civil Defense Development Directorate has called on the National Security Advisor to review Nigeria's national security strategy, emphasizing the need for collaboration and multilateral approaches to tackle growing insecurity across the country. Now, official says insecurity, once confined to specific regions, has now become more rampant nationwide, requiring coordinated action from all stakeholders. We'll bring you more on this report.
Has called on the National Security Advisor to review Nigeria's national security strategy, citing persistent and widespread security challenges across the country. The Executive Director of SCDDD, Sani Bala, said insecurity, once limited to specific regions, has now become a nationwide concern, requiring coordinated action from all stakeholders. He urged the National Security Advisor to reassess the current security architecture, accommodate diverse perspectives, and chart a clear path forward for national security.
The level of insecurity in this country is pervasive. It's throughout the country. It used to be some parts of the country.
Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has accused the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission of acting in a partisan way over an alleged attempt to arrest former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai at the airport. Atiku made the claim after visiting El-Rufai in solidarity. He said ICPC operatives tried to arrest the former governor when he arrived in Abuja, but failed. El-Rufai, who is now linked with the African Democratic Congress, has recently criticized the federal government and raised concerns about possible actions against him by security agencies. His aide said officials tried to stop him at the airport without showing a warrant, but he was later allowed to leave. In other developments, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, has stepped up inspections of major road projects in Abuja. And let's take a look at these major road projects in our report. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, has stepped up inspections of critical road projects in Abuja, including the Akpokashi, Wari-Kuba, Bazango-Kuba roads, and many others, promising faster development under President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. During the inspections, Wike expressed satisfaction with ongoing construction, but warned residents and officials to maintain proper sanitation. He ordered heaps of refuse along the road project corridor to be cleared, saying persistent negligence would attract consequences, and described the roads as transformative projects that would ease traffic, enhance connectivity, and boost economic activities in satellite towns and surrounding communities.
So much projects that touches on the life of the people and improve the economic activities of the area. I am very glad, I'm very happy that the scope of work will be done by the end of the year. Not is May, June. Probably by the end of the year that has been completed. That will be completed. Now we're here, almost 60 to 70 kilometers of road. You can see how populated this area is, and this links to El-Rufai, that life camp. You can attest to the fact that we have really opened up the Federal Capital Territory. Mr. President doing quite a lot, and I'm so happy. We are given the opportunity to also contribute our own quota.
Wike praised the new contractor's effort and emphasized that completed roads will significantly improve commerce and living standard. The minister highlighted the FCT's administration commitment to extending development beyond Abuja city center, promising inclusive. The BORNO state government has begun phasing out unqualified teachers from public schools while expanding a training program to improve the quality of education across the state. Our next report tells more.
The BORNO state government have begun phasing out unqualified teachers from public schools while expanding a structured training program to strengthen classroom standards across the states. Authorities say the 2-year 6-semester program targets serving teachers who lack minimum qualifications, equipping them with the skills required for certification and improved classroom performance. Out of 657 teachers enrolled, 615 successfully completed the program, while 3 participants passed away during the training.
6 semesters, not easy. 657 of you came, 3 died, 615 passed.
Graduates will earn a minimum monthly wage of 72,000 naira and be placed on approximate salary grade levels upon submission of the final list by the provosts.
Those of you who are passed, 2 simple and straightforward promise. Minimum wage of 72,000 and proper salary grade level.
Governor Babangana Zulum is credited with driving reforms aimed at improving teacher competence and learning outcome in public schools.
The visionary leadership of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of BORNO State, Professor Babangana Umar Zulum, has been instrumental in transforming the educational landscape of our state.
Without an action governor, my commissioner will say, the governor's governor, you wouldn't be here today. And so, we want to appreciate you from Subeb for all you have done to these NCE graduates.
The initiative underscores the state government's commitment to rebuilding its education system through sustained investment in teacher development.
Welcome to business. Nigeria is facing fears of power disruption as scheduled maintenance on major gas production facility is expected to reduce fuel supply to several power plants. Following the disruption, the Nigerian Independent System Operator says the 4-day maintenance running from February 12 to 15, 2026 will temporarily limit gas deliveries to key power stations, potentially lowering electricity output. The system operator said it will monitor the national grid closely and may implement structured load management if needed, prioritizing essential services and critical infrastructure. And now the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation says about 99% of bank depositors in Nigeria are fully covered under its enhanced insurance scheme. Customers are urged to link their bank verification numbers to their accounts to ensure quick access to insured funds if a bank fails. The regulator says accurate BVN linkage and up-to-date record help trace and credit deposits without delay, while strengthening confidence in the financial system. To identify between 100 and 200 potential denaturalization cases each month as part of a renewed crackdown on alleged citizenship fraud. According to reports, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services under the Department of Homeland Security has reassigned staff and deployed specialists to review past approval. The aim is to provide the Justice Department Office of Immigration Litigation with a consistent flow of cases for possible legal action. The Justice Department has instructed its attorneys to prioritize such cases, particularly those involving national security concerns, war crimes, or fraud related to public benefit programs. Officials also noted that actions could extend to other cases considered sufficiently important. Citizenship policy remains central to Trump's broader immigration agenda. He is seeking authority to end birthright citizenship for children born in the United States to foreign nationals, a matter currently before the Supreme Court. In previous remarks, Trump pledged to remove individuals he described as not being a net asset to the country and vowed to neutralize migrants who undermines domestic tranquility. Still on the foreign scene, Russia is facing mounting challenges in its ongoing war in Ukraine, including rising casualties, disrupting military communications, and the impact of a widening oil exports ban. Reports indicate that intensified fighting in key frontline areas has resulted in significant troop losses, while technical failures have hampered coordination between units. Ukrainian forces have reportedly targeted communication infrastructure, further complicating Russia's operational capacity. Analysts say the disruption of battlefield communication could weaken strategic planning and slow military advances. At the same time, a total ban on Russian oil imports by additional Western allies is increasing economic pressure on Moscow. Welcome to Sport. The House of Representatives Committee on Sport has increased the 2026 budget for the National Institute for Sport from 2.8 billion naira to about 60 billion naira. The move aims to strengthen sports development, expand infrastructure, and support grassroots programs, with lawmakers praising the Institute's leadership for its efforts to improve Nigeria's sporting future. We bring you more on this report.
The House of Representatives Committee on Sport has raised the 2026 budget for the National Institute for Sport from 2.8 billion naira to about 60 billion naira. The increase follows consultations between the committee, the institute's management, and the budget office, and aims to strengthen the sports development in Nigeria. The committee praised the Director General, Philip Shaibu, for his transformative leadership, noting that he has expanded the institute's operations and introduced a 10-year strategic plan to reposition it despite past funding challenges. Shaibu highlighted that the institute did not receive its capital allocation for 2025 and called for continued government support to improve sports training and grassroots development.
For us to achieve not fasting and praying for Super Eagles or any of our tournament for us to win, we need to develop our athletes. And these facilities are very solid with little funding. I have a very economic budget, not ambitious, but budget that deals directly with what we want to resolve and solve.
Established in 1974, the National Institute for Sports trains coaches, administrators, and technical personnel. The lawmakers said the increased funding will help institute expand infrastructure, enhance outreach programs, and improve Nigeria's performance in local and international competitions, making it a central pillar in the country's sport architecture.
Budget of 637 million naira, which is nothing to write home about considering the current transformation that is taking place in NIS. Therefore, we sat with the agency, with the DG, and with the committee. We initiated an idea of how we'll make sure this 2026 budget is going to be different for them. We have a proposal of 47 billion for their transformation and also 12.1 billion for their capital, for their recurrence.
With this boost, the National Institute for Sport is set to play a stronger role in shaping Nigeria's sporting future, empowering athletes and administrators to take the nation to greater heights in both local and international competitions.
And now, European football's governing body, UEFA, says it will conduct a full review of the use of video assistant referee technology at the end of the current season. The decision follows continued debate among clubs, players, and fans over controversial decisions and the time taken for checks during matches. UEFA official says the review will assess consistency, communication with supporters, and overall effectiveness of VAR across European competition. And in entertainment, Nigerian fashion designer Vicky James has sparked debate after making her baby registry publicly accessible, drawing reactions from social media users. The registry, which lists items for our upcoming child, Welcome, ignited criticism, with many Nigerians questioning whether sharing such a list online was appropriate or excessive. Supporters of Vicky James, however, defended her action, saying that sharing a registry is a personal decision and not uncommon in many parts of the world. And now, music legend Innocent Two-Face Idibia and his wife Natasha Idibia have marked a joyful family milestone with a child dedication ceremony attended by family and friends and notable figures from the entertainment industry. The intimate event brought together loved ones to celebrate faith and family in a beautiful gathering that has been widely shared on social media. And that'll be all for now. You can follow us for more updates on this story and others on our website at africanews24.ng. You can as well follow us on all our social media platforms to stay informed and ahead. I am Praise Adeleke. Good evening.